Alright, good morning. Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. We're back on another Wednesday. In fact, I believe Wednesdays, let's see here. Wednesdays will be the all month long. Yeah, 7, 14, 21, 28 will be the inventory reports for the month. So there's 4 weeks. In March, February, we had 2 wins, 2 losses. We'll see what March has to do. We're able to pull out a lot more than we lost. Hopefully I can keep myself between 3 to 4 trades on a losing day and be done and not worry about the rest of it. As I look back at it, if I can't position myself in between 3 to 4 trades, I should be out of the market and not try to maximize out a loss on a losing day. I am down roughly close to $700 right now in the FTP. I'm at 29,314.5. So I have a 7P target, which today works out to be 145 ticks. And I also have a 12 tick stop loss, which is a 2/3 stop loss. The 2/3 stop today is 11.3. Where am I getting my numbers? Obviously off my worksheet, right? Here's my 2/3 stop here, 11.3, based upon our range right now. So if you read the numbers, our velocity is 20.8, volatility is 1.7. It's a measurement of the velocity, and you can see our average volume right there at 531,000 over the 9-day period of time. So we are about 4 minutes away from the inventory report. And this right here is the open, so then you can see levels here. So here's GAN on one side, 63.51 on the up, 61.10 on the down. We've been as low as 61.65 now, so let me adjust that. When I first put this in, we were at 61.80. We're now at 61.65 on the low. And you can see highest volume bar so far, red 1257 and blue 777. Red coming out at the red bar, red volume bar down here, came out at 824 right here, and this was the blue bar. I think that's still highest. Let me just double check. A little bit of stopping volume right here. Look at that. We talk about stopping volume, and then you see the market's moved up off of that. It's kind of uncanny how things work out sometimes. What you're looking for and what I should be looking for on the opposite side of the trade when we're hitting a bottom or a top. So it's kind of what you're hunting for, what you're looking for, what you like to see versus what happens. Anyway, today is, if I haven't said it, today is Wednesday, March 7th, 2018. CLPIT strategy day. The CLPIT strategy has kind of evolved as time's moved on right now. I favor being on the short side, and I'm actually in my sweet spot right now. In between, I like trading in between. It's close enough to S1 to say that we're trading still between S1 and pivot. So, but currently we're trading S1 to S2. But my sweet spot that I like to trade in is between the pivot point and S1. So maybe we'll get a little bit of a run up here to start with, and then we'll be able to sell it off if that's what the market wants to do. Or if the run up is true, then hopefully I'm smart enough to go long. My notes I've written, which way will the CL go today? Oh, there we go. Highest volume bar, 3185. Definitely highest volume blue bar coming out there at the 930 mark. And we see a new high red bar volume right there at 1449 at 930 as well. Let's see what we see. Here's the bar itself. Measure that later. 22. 22 to short. Don't like being on fives. We'll air to the fours. Ugh. Initial target on the down is 6202. GAN signal is 6110. See how much we're underneath that. 6078. For now, we'll just call it 6079. Three-P target down today is 6160. Obviously, I like to say, if we can get it. 6160. To it, not through it, but let's go ahead and move to break. Hold on. $6,225 makes $6,204. It's one of those times that we got to it but not through it again. Kind of a frustrating situation right now where 34 would have been run out and 36 would have held on. Honestly, it looks like the market's getting ready to run me out again. I need to stand aside here for a minute. I'm losing too quickly. Pivot is located at 62.60 today. I don't see Wyckoff stopping volume. I'm holding out right now. Although we're up against a critical point here. I think we probably run to the pivot point though. 62.48 is the high. See what happens when we get above there and what kind of volume we see. Up to pivot. There's our Wyckoff stopping volume. Might have jumped a little too early there. We're going to get really tight here, just in case I jump too early. We get stopped here, we'll go another. We see where we can get short here. It's 49. It's a true signal. 62.52, 62.31 is top. Excuse me. First target down is 62.31. Gann signal is 61.10, so we're going to go for that. 61.11.
I have cervical cancer from an infection, human papillomavirus.
Little STP in the background. You know, if it goes 59, it goes 61, it goes 63. Might as well hold 61. Three P target from here, 61.89. If we can get it, obviously. 61.89. Get run out here, we're going to be looking at 49 as an entry point. Trade 4, then I'll be done. I used a fake out entry to get in between pivot and S1. Fake out entry. Talk about later if we can get a win on this. If I was going to be a little bit Johnny on the spot, I would have been at 49. I don't like the idea of how we're hanging out here though. But we've seen Wyckoff stopping volume back here. It's hanging out right in here, specifically right there. So hopefully that's enough. If I could take back trade 2, that's the trade I would take back. Hello. Yeah, I can get you. No, yeah, it's okay. I know. 4:30, right? Yeah, I'll be there.
Type 2 diabetes, a lower A1C.
I love you. Have a great day, okay?
But it can be hard sometimes because different sides of you struggle with which ones to make. Well, what if you kept making good ones? Then you could love your numbers. Discover once daily Invocom, a pill used along with diet and exercise to significantly lower blood sugar in adults with
I'm going to move down into 59.57. 5 ticks off of. Actually, we'll hold on to 59. Make the market make a new high. Three-P target is 61.89 from here. And we're looking for the GAN signal, 61.10. 2P target down, 62.31. Well, I really thought we were going to get, no, excuse me, 62.10. Thought we were going to get lucky on our very first trade. The market was going to go our way. And damn it, if it just didn't stop on a dime. Sometimes it blows my mind.
I have cervical cancer from an infection, human papillomavirus. Who knew HPV could lead to certain cancers? Who knew my risk for HPV would increase as I got older? Who knew that there was something that could have helped protect me from HPV?
I mean, obviously, I like to move to break even, but I also want to protect against this market. You know, but unfortunately, if it runs there, I think it's going to run up to the new highs.
I was infected with HPV. Maybe my parents didn't know how widespread HPV is. While HPV clears up for most, it wasn't the case for me. Maybe they didn't know I would end up with cancer because of HPV. Maybe if they had known there was a vaccine to help protect me when I was 11 or 12, maybe my parents just didn't know.
Right, Bob?
Got to ask yourself, why is it stopping here? If it wants to go down, shouldn't it already have gone down? Why is it fighting? 2.4 million was the actual forecast. Was 2.6, was pretty much on top of the forecast. 16 plus 5 is 21. I want to see what happens here at the 52. I'm looking at that 53 line. Most uncomfortable part of the trade is where we are right now. Not knowing if the market is going to drive the market down, or the market participants are getting ready to drive it down or drive it up. Which way do they want to take this thing? That's good, but we still need to get down there. Does give us the ability to at least move to break even though on that move. All right, to it. Not through it yet. And through. Yay, finally. All right. We'll just hold it +1 for now. I want a lot more than just 3 ticks. Next target down, if we can get it. $62.10. Then 61.89 will push through S1. Okay, that's enough up. Let's go down. We're going to protect, shit. I'm going to just protect the 62.52. Obviously, I'm hoping it'll stop right here. Now, on a 15-minute chart, it looks if we can get underneath that 36 level now, we'll be okay. So we see this high hammer coming up. You got to respect that the market could be making new highs and go up. Trading right at 50% retracement roughly. All the way the frick back up. That's far enough. Come on, stop. Come on now, stop. Come on, push lower now. Shit.
I have several cancer from an infection, human papillomavirus.
Let's wait for a high volume bar.
My risk for HPV would increase as I got older. There's something that could help protect me from HPV when I was 11 or 12, way before I would even be exposed to it. It did not.
I was infected with HPV. Maybe my parents didn't know how widespread HPV is. While HPV clears up for most, it wasn't the case for me. Maybe they didn't know I would end up with cancer.
Keeping a very tight stop so I can trade 5 today. You ever had those deja vus? I'm in a deja vu right now. I've been here. I've seen this. We're going to use the 52 lines here for our target still. All right, we really don't want to see it come back up now. We want to see it sell off now. If it comes back up again, I really don't know what way it wants to go. Going to 61.30. We're going to come off 61.10. We're going to go 61.21. 61.21 is target now. 61.06 is a 7p target. Looking for 61.21. We got a on a swing. We have a double bottom trying to form here. See if we can push through here.
Want to trade but don't want a lot of complexity and risk? Matrix binary options let you turn your market opinions into trades based on a simple question. Will this market be above this price at this time? You choose your maximum risk. You can never lose more than that.
Yeah, I got to recognize that if this thing comes back again, I got to be smart enough to shut myself down. We'll go 5 ticks over the blue line. Ah, screw it. We'll just get out at break even and look. It's pissing me off today. So we're still going to use the same targets as we had on the other trade. 62.10, 61.89. Five ticks over 36 is 41. We'll err to 42. Maybe that's all we're going to get is a one tick win today. Trying to form a bottom here. We're still trading between pivot and S1. So this is the sweet spot that I like to trade. Just can't buy a win today. Yeah, screw it. We're going to protect break even. What's the difference in the $10 at this point? Either it's going down or not. Well, that makes lots of sense, huh? What I mean by that is it's going to go down, or if it doesn't, it looks like it might be going back to pivot. It's been able to fight off the lows several different times here. I gotta get up here so I can stop myself from pushing any more buttons. See if I'm smart enough to stay at minus 15 today. All right. STP in the background working so far, right? All right, so we made it to 2P. Finally. So I'm looking for another dollar from here. You get down to the Gann 137 degree angle. 61.89 is next target. We'll try to use the blue line, 37 plus 5. We'll go at 41 though for now. So at least now we know what our maximum loss is going to be today. No greater than hopefully minus 15. So that's a good thing to know.
Ask your doctor about it, Tristan.
$61.89. Next target down. See if we have room to keep on running. 61.65 was low. We're close. We're really close to S1. Let's release the chart here. Show you where we are. There's 3P.
Your heart doesn't only belong to you.
Hopefully we can fall quickly to the GAN signal. Come down another 80-something ticks from here.
Entresto is a heart failure medicine that helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. In the largest heart failure study ever, Entresto was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital compared to a leading heart failure medicine. Don't take Entresto with pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren. If you've had angioedema while taking this or arm medicine,
Boy, there's a ton of medicine on STP stuff. This is my all-time favorite STP song. I don't know why, but hey, gotta have one you like. Brings back memories of being in the 90s, right? When I was a young man still. Now I'm a middle-aged man. Yay! Down to 3P there. So use this line plus 5 ticks. Brings us down to 33. We go 31. Trying to hold on because I want to see 61.10. Oh, I love this song. Got to hear it again.
I ain't dying anyway. Take a look at our towns, then trust in their love. Sip a lemon, yellow boots, all of them is in blue. All dressed up already, they keep on firing away. I said I'm not myself, but I'm dead, and I'm not for sale. So keep your bankroll lottery, eat your salad.
Never can get that all out. So keep your bankroll lottery, eat your salad, day, deathbed, motorcade. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Oh, I know what it means. It's like the dude in a... If I was trading multiple contracts, I would have looked at getting one out at 3p today. Let's just double check to make sure we don't see... Alright, hold on. Let's double check and make sure we don't have a higher volume bar than that blue. So we have a bunch of blues. And then we see this one, 3185. I want to measure this. Right there. Here's where the interest was today to start with. Might push it down to here. But this is where the interest was in the session. Let's measure one more bar. It's the beginning of the move. So what I'm getting at is this is where we've got to break through for the short to continue. That gives me a small win on the day right there. Don't like being on 25s, so we'll go 24. If we can bust down here, next target underneath 61.89 is 61.69. That's 4p down right there. Underneath that, if we can get there, there's S2 line at 48. And 27. We're going to move to 27. That's a 6p down move now. 61.27. If we go against the high, let's see what that tells me. 62, oh shit. 62.58 and a 6p down move. What do we come up with? We're using the high of 62.58, 61.33. That's what we're looking for now. So that's a 6p down move from 62.58. So let's move this to 54. This is on the high. This is at 61.75. That'll give us a 20 tick, 5 tick win here. Better than a losing day. $62.27 would be 1.5p, but we're going to hold 23. All right, we locked and loaded, so we got a win on the trading day now. Now it's just a matter of how much we get. He can't even say it. Deathbed motorcade.
With type 2 diabetes, a lower A1C is a lot about choices.
If I'm lucky enough to get that entry point or the exit point today, it'll be 100 tick win. I haven't seen stopping volume on the red side yet. Let's just double check to make sure. Definitely not. Nope. Do not see stopping volume yet. Well, if I could just be better on my weekday trades. Wait for something to come up as opposed to just jumping in. Get away from those bad 2 and 3 trades. At the top of this range, right, that we put in. Another Gann signal trying to form on the charts here. Let's measure it out. Okay, hopefully we can complete the triangle here now. Looking here, we got this. This could be 2, 3, and this is 4. Let's look at it another way. Let's look at this as 1, this is 2, 3, and we're hoping this is 4. Alright, now we got our high here. What do we not want to see? 19. 62.14 plus 5 ticks is 19. Let's go to 21. We know where we don't want to see the market now. So that's at least we know that now. And we have our range. We need to get back underneath this range down here to S1.
And your coffee expert secret is literally on fire. You want to learn how to take your board.
So we got a prairie dog finally. There's our prairie dog. With our Ziggy Man. Ziggy Man! Is our friend Ziggy coming to the party? Ziggy Man! So hopefully what we'll see is this. Right? It's another way of looking at a head and shoulders. Ziggy Man. And then the neckline break, right? There's your neckline and there's the neckline break. Low is still at 61.65. Our last move down, we got to what, 87? 61.87, but the low was put in before that, on this move right here, was a low. Let's get rid of this. And we want to put on an extension now. What is it telling me? 100%, 61.13. Should be able to get to 61.68. We've already been to 61.06 or 61.86, close to it. So now it's a matter, can we get back down here? So we're well in front of the 61.13. So kind of spooky how often these numbers kind of coincide with each other. There's your Gann magic number today. Pretty spooky, huh? Oh, okay. Another good song from STP. All right, I'm going to pause part one right here. All right, part two, and we did make that break. That first video was up to an hour and 20, man. So I needed to stop it and start anew. So we made our neckline break. Now it's a matter, can we hang on? We did not go lower than the 87 yet, but still can. We're going to go ahead and lock in 19 though. A couple extra ticks. All right, back to the music. All right, 61.91 is Gann 45-degree angle right there. So we've already been to the 45. The 90-degree angle is down at 51. All right, here we go. How much strength do we have? Will you follow? We're going to move our stop to 6209 now. It's a 4P move right there. 6175 is 4. I'm going to go ahead and move down to 6197. All right. We're seeing something here. Hold on. Going to move to 6175. We're closing in. You see some craziness right here. $66 plus 5. We're going to go 71. Going to use this bar right here plus 5. 72. So here's my count right now. I'm not worrying about what this says. I'm trying to be smart and see. I see this right here. This could be the end of the short for now. We'll go 61.73. Anything below a 3P move, once again, is a win all the time. And 3P move today was 61.89.
Struggle with which ones to make. Well, what if you kept making good ones?
So we're going to go after
You could love your
that 13 level.
Discover once daily Invocana.
100% less 10 ticks. 23.
Significantly lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. Invocana works around the clock.
It's an extra $200 if I can get it.
Into your body by sending some sugar out.
Is $200 worth it? Not really.
It's not for lowering systolic blood pressure or weight loss, but it may help with both.
Might stop here at S2.
Increase the risk of lower limb amputations. Call your doctor if you notice signs or symptoms.
But then again, we might be able to run it.
Cause dehydration,
Let's give it a chance.
Dizzy or weak when you stand up. So be sure to drink enough water.
We'll call it 6119. 6110 is the physical number. So 10 ticks off of that is 6121. Or do we want to hit it all together? Screw it. Let's go after the number.
Stop taking Invocana and call your doctor right away.
Alright, so we have our low here, 65 plus 5. It's good enough to be at 69 now.
Do not take if you have severe liver or kidney problems or are on dialysis. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. The choice is yours. 54 was the next move down there. 54. A1C with Invocana. Imagine loving your numbers. There's only one Invocana. Ask your doctor about it by name.
Okay, let's protect. 49 plus 10 is 59. We're going S2 plus 10 ticks. All right, now we're going to protect S2 line. It's 1,000 right there. 61.33. Let's lock in plus 10 ticks on either side of that now. That was my target. All right, I'm going out. I'm out. I took the 61.33 right there, clearing out. Should have, man, I got too close there. Piss. Oh well. Alright, so not a bad trade. 950 on that win. 249.7. Let me mute out. What do we get to? 18? So what's going to get hit first? 13 or 33? We'll finish this trade out to see which one gets hit first. Because I moved to 33 a little too quick there. I released the button and my trigger finger got my trigger finger got a little antsy there at the 33 mark. Okay, but I'm glad I got it. So Gann signal is 6110 is the Gann number today. 6110. So what are we going to see first? 6110 or 6133? That's what we're going to, and then we'll stop or talk about the trade itself maybe. Plus 95 though, net. That trade was a lot more than 95. We were down 15, right? So that was a 95 plus 15. That was a 110 tick win. And pulled my ass out of the hole once again on the CLPIT strategy. Saved my ass. Why? I have no idea. Just something I noticed. Oh, you... ah, there it is! 6110. Ah! An extra 200 bucks, let's say. I could have had an extra $200 on this trade. I guess I'll finally make a new trade video today and put a blog post together. I've been waiting on something to break my way before I put something up. So, alright, so I forget what that is. We'll have to look. 61.55 was 5p. $6p was 61.33. So that's what I got. I got 6p, and there's also the trade exit. And again, magic number today was 6110. It's always interesting to see what happens down here at the magic number. Of course, we're trading at 6120 right now. Let me move this out of the way. So here's our magic number. Doesn't mean this is the end of the move. It's just that that's the 137.5 degree angle. That's what Gann would talk about. He physically called it. He was kind of vague in his teachings, but the magic number is what I've interpreted it to be. So that's my interpretation of what Gann was trying to say. And Gann is best used for reaching targets, especially on down moves. So if I had the balls to hold there, I could have run that 6110 mark. 6113 is where I would have come out of the trade, or I would have waited and used this as my exit point and hold the 6133. Most likely though, what I would tell you I'm going to do is get my Gann man out, especially when you got a 100 tick win on the charts here. A little too Johnny on the spot there. I could have had an extra, what, 200 bucks. So instead of plus 950, it could have been plus, what's that, 950 plus 20 more ticks. Nine seven? No, that's not right. 950 plus 200. 115 ticks. Look at this right here, though. Look at the 15-minute chart. Isn't that beautiful? And we ran the extension. Let's screen print that. I wish all days could be this easy. Although it wasn't easy up at that point when we were in up here, was it? It was very, very tough to stay in that trade up there. It was you're thinking, this is where I used to make all my mistakes. I used to look at that and think, oh, we're going up to the moon. And then it would just pull a stunt like you just see right now. Now this relates to only the crude oil market, though. Guys, I'm a specialist in the crude oil market. That's what I trade. That's what I know. That's what I do. I've been specifically trading crude oil going on 11 years now, from 2007 to 2018. And day trading this environment, I used to say 5 years, but it's closer to 7, since probably 2010, 2011. I've been day trading and exclusively trading the crude oil market and nothing else on my charts probably since 2014. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I don't know what to say to that, man. You just don't get those very often. That kind of beautiful setup and a win. I mean, literally almost catching the top. I was in at 52, I think, 53. Almost catching the top. And you can see the second entry right there at 43 right there. Almost catching the top up here and just barely getting run out of the market. And then waiting. This was a good day for me. And that's still, son of a gun, still going down. All right, so what is a 12p target today? A 12p target, if this son of a gun wants to go, 60.008 today. So that's the bottom of the range today. Right now, where are we? We've went 7. We're closing in on 8. And the 12p range is always a bottom target for me. So it's usually either or. 60.008, and sometimes it coincides with each other, but you can see it's 102 ticks away from each other, right? Is that right? No, that's not right. 110. Am I right? 110. I can't even count today. 110 minus 8. 102. 102 ticks away from each other. If whatever I said. So there is 60, 97. We need 91. So 8. When you get an 8, so if this market can get down to that 91 level, 8 usually opens the door to 910. 8 opens to 910. So 8p down move opens to 10p. Where do we get to there? And that means it's got to get through this. It can't just hit it. It's got to go through it. 8 opens the door to 10. I mean, obviously, if I was trailing, I'm going to pause. We'll see. If I was trailing this, you'd be blue line down here. I'd probably be at 21, right on blue line, or 5 ticks over this 21 mark right here. So I'd look at 25, 26. But honestly, I'd be extremely happy getting this 61.10. So it coming back and knock me out. So let's go 61.10 plus 3. That's where I would exit this trade. I would be extremely happy to get the Gann number today. 60.73 is 190-degree angle down. You just don't get this kind of angle every day, so you gotta maximize that out whenever you can get it. And if I maximized it out and if I was patient, this would probably have been where I would have said my exit would be. And I would have taken one out a long time ago probably. And then I'd had this second exit right here. Just hit 13 right there. Be interesting to see if that's where it stops though. Dang. Talk about calling something, huh? This screws me. The only thing I would have told you I'd done is move one time to 15. I would have called, maybe I call prairie dog here, a fake out, and move up a couple ticks. That would have been the only way I'd have stayed in it. And I only prairie dog one time. So that would be the only way that I'd have stayed in that trade at all. Most likely, I would say 90% of the time I'm already out. Being happy with being able to pull a big win. But that would be the physical last exit that I would run with. Now, maybe I wouldn't want to be a ball on a 5. I'd say, all right, 61.16. So that would be about the only thing that I would say I would have done differently. Call out a prairie dog. So call prairie dog, maybe right in that area, and move it one time. So if it would hit me at that level, at 16, then the difference being 33 to 16, that would have been best case scenario. Difference of 17 ticks, $170. celebrate a little bit. All right. So how did I learn how to trade? I get that question asked occasionally. This is how I learned how to hold on to a trade. By sitting and putting the screen time in and watching over and over and over again what the market does. When I used to get, I used to be thrilled to get, plus 30 tick day. Like, wow, I made $300. But now, knowing that the crude oil market, when it wants to go, can move $1 in any direction at any given time, that was always been on my mind. That, whenever I can get $1 on the crude oil market, that's $1,000 day or close to it. So those are the days, and let's just say that, if best case scenario, 950 and I was all in, all out, times 10 contracts a day, best case scenario, this is a $9,500 day. $9,500. Now, if you just divide that by 2 and say you made a $4,750 day. So those are really damn good days in trading. At least in my humble opinion. All right. Remember we talked about 91 opens the door for the 10p move. We need to get through 91. So when I mean 8p, one of the general rules of my trading that I've noticed, whenever we can go an 8p move on a trading day, so an 8p, 8 opens the door to 10. Doesn't mean that you're going to get there. It just means the odds of it getting there just increase to 80%. So in other words, today you need to get below the 90 to open up the door to, in this case, the 10p move is 60.50. So now we've got there. So now we've got there, right? Doesn't mean that it will, but you have an opportunity now to trail like the gold line, right? And you're looking for the market to get down to 60.50 now. So basically another 50 ticks from here today. So that's an 8p move to 91. 8 opens the door to 910. So best case scenario right now, I'd be trailing gold line. With this kind of big win, now I'm trailing the gold line. Eventually I'm going to get knocked out, and I'm okay with that. Eventually I'll stop right here though. I'll use this natural resistance that formed on the charts, and I'll stop here plus 3. So now I'm sitting at 96, 97. That's how I'd handle it. because I know the moves get violent once we get down here. All right, now it gives us the ability to move again, right? So now we got the gold line again. So we're going to get run out of the market, just a matter of when now. So we're locking in as much as we can get. Now we're down here to 91. Now we're coming even lower. There's 9p move. Remember that we talked about 8 opens the door to 9, 10, 80% of the time we can get there. So 60, 50 is kind of where you'd look at. Now I protect the S3 line that's on this chart. Wow, what a nice move. I'd look at this right here, 81. Now obviously this is best case scenario today. All right, so that's where I'm going to calling it right there. That's the last. So what do we get to? 58. So we got within 8 ticks of 10p, and I would tell you your exit's going to be somewhere between 70 and where I got out at 81. That would have been best case scenario. Absolute best case scenario would be right there, and that's what I'm calling it. And you can see this right here. Hopefully this is what I see finally for the first time today. Look what we see. Our buddy Wyckoff come to the party now. Our buddy Wyckoff came to the party. There's 5 all over 750 now. That's telling you something. So can this be the bottom? Can. Certainly. Will it? I have no idea. But there you go. That would be best case scenario that I would have been able to pull that out of the hat. So 61.33 from 60, and I don't worry about crap like this. Extra 52 ticks on the table today. Would have been nice to have, but I don't worry about crap that I can't control. I just can't worry about stuff like that. Can't worry about missed opportunity. I mean, I got screwed, and most likely I'd have been out at my best case scenario, I'd have been out 61.13 today. So 61.13 less 60.81, 32 ticks left on the table. So some between 32 to 52 ticks on the table. And what I do is I write stuff down. I write it into my journal, and I go back through my notes and say, hey, we ran an 8P today, you know, and go back through stuff that makes sense to me to be able to pull out, you know, the rabbit in the hat. But bottom line, this would have been the tortoise part of the trade, excuse me. This would have been, the hare would have already been out, and the tortoise would have been out now. So my humble opinion, I'm out of this trade altogether after I see this. This is likewise. I mean, if we go back and look, let's go back and look at there's 930, right? I mean, it's kind of the magic of seeing it too, right? But hopefully you can see that. There's 1, 2, can be 3 right in here, 4, 5. They come in 5s. That's what I've noticed when I'm watching the market on the top. So that was your Ziggy Man to start with. And then we went down from there. So there's your Ziggy guy. Looking at it, and let's give him a little bit of hair. So there's Ziggy, and there's your Wyckoff signal that goes with it. And then we have our head and shoulders pattern that formed off of that. And then we had our downward movement. Now, if I could give myself a star for seeing it, but I'm going to give myself a B+ today on my trading day. And the only reason I'm giving myself the B+ is I have a big win. Otherwise, I'm gonna say I had a C+ because it trades 2 and 3. I actually trade 2. Now I will give myself a B- today. A B- on the trading day because of trade 2. Trade 2 was a bad trade. That could have cost me the day right there. Look at all that. That's a good thing about screen draw, right? You can get rid of it real quick. So that, in a nutshell, is what I'm going to say, and it's over. Day's over. The day's over, and you got to recognize when, you know, when is the market bottoming? When is it going to, you know, when do you temporarily going to see a bottom? I believe that Wyckoff, Richard Wyckoff, talked about a concept that you've got to understand, and this concept is called stopping volume. And we just call it V for volume. So you need to study that concept or learn. That is what I believe when you're in a good trending market, and when you think that there might be a bottom, you know, and you got to translate out stopping volume to your own charts, right? I'm translating them out to this tick chart that obviously I don't know how to trade. Tons of fun. But anyway, every so often the squirrel gets the nut, right? That'll do it for today. Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you on the next video that I put together. Bye for now.